Good morning, YouTube. Reseller Mom here. Welcome to today's video. Today is, today is the 11th of August, and it's Tuesday, and by golly, it's got to be better than Monday was. My Monday was pretty rough. Nothing super bad happened. It was kind of like a lot of little things. And the good news, though, is if you have been following me on Instagram and know about Pinching Pesos and Deborah Gyote, she is off the ventilator. So I am super duper excited that she is off the ventilator. That was news that we had been waiting to hear quite a bit. You know, she's been on the ventilator for I think 12 days. So they were able to get her off yesterday. And then she can't talk yet, but I'm hoping today we hear some better news. So today's morning talk, I have a few things for y'all. The first I want to go over is some more information from my friend Rebecca about the change on September 1st that's going to be on Amazon FBA, where they're going to show your information. And what she did was she was kind enough to share with me the email response that she had gotten from Amazon concerning this. So this is what the response looks like. So if you were thinking about asking Amazon, you know, what this whole change entails, or if you're, if it's applicable to you, this is the canned response you're going to get. So she said it was fine for me to share this. Of course, I'm not sharing anything that's not, that's personal or anything here. So if you were debating on what actions you need to take, go ahead and read through this, pause the video, read through this and see what, are you a business? Are you an individual? Are you a professional seller? Are you just kind of a once in a while seller? So you can make whatever changes you need to do and are comfortable with. So you can see down here, display names, the company displayed to your customers and your seller profile. For individuals, let's see here, there was a blurb about it for individuals that I read. It looks different up here. But this is how you can go see what's going to be on display. And then, oh goodness, okay. Now I can't see where the heck it says individual. There we go. Business addresses. For companies, the address is your business is what your business is registered under. For individuals, it's your operating address. So same with name. If you are just a sole proprietor and you haven't really set up a DBA type of name or another address or something, be aware that it could be Tom Smith at 1234 Main Street being displayed come September 1st. And if you're okay with that, then that's fine. I don't know if there's going to be too many negative ramifications of that, but like me, there's a lot of people who just don't want their personal information out there. So thought I would bring that up to you guys. Let's see here. The next thing we have here is I want to talk to everybody about cutting down on the distractions that happen throughout my day. And that is huge for me because I have a lot of anxiety. I have a lot going on. I'm doing a lot, and there's times where my distractions have gotten so bad that I'm pretty much not getting anything done. I'm just being distracted and pulled in lots of different ways. So I want to go through the main things that have helped me calm that down, focus on what is really important, and what systems I have set up to do that. Because sometimes you don't realize how bad these distractions are. I just got back from Las Vegas, and my mother is there, and she is now managing my father's account, email account, and her email account, and both have gotten out a little bit of control. And so I helped her go through and clean up some of her email stuff. When you open up your email, if you have 50 spam emails, it's hard to see the bill that needs to get paid or the important message that's coming through. So I came up with 5 ways that have really been a game changer for me. The first one is to filter your messages. Almost every email platform has a way to filter your messages. For Gmail, particularly, It's very easy. You can set up filters, and that's an easy one that you can just Google how to filter your messages, and it will tell you, all the little steps and ways you can do it so that you set it up correctly. I have mine let's see here. I filter mostly by title of the email. So a lot of times I'm ordering. I do a lot of OA ordering, and then it will be from a company, and it will say, your item has been ordered or your item has been shipped. And those, I will just take that title that they use and I will filter it into a folder just for that company. So we'll just say Walmart, for instance. Walmart sends a very standard email, and they'll send about like 3 for every order. Well, I don't need to really see all of them all the time. I can check those at my leisure. So those get filtered right into folders so that I have them on record and I can search for them in Gmail, but I don't necessarily need them bombarding me throughout the day. The other thing is, if you have them filtered, if you get notifications on your phone about emails, the filtered ones aren't going to come through on the phone as notifications. So I love that, because then my phone's not blinking all the time with all the different emails you get. I have a lot of my default Amazon ones set up that way too. The other thing I do quite a couple times a month, I would say, or as needed, is unsubscribing or blocking emails. So you could go through and you can delete things, and that's fine, but taking the time to set up a filter, set up a block, set up the unsubscribe, get unsubscribed from those emails will save you time in the future. So that's what I did at my mom's house. I just went through and just unsubscribed from a whole bunch of things that she doesn't need to get anymore, and will help cut down the spam on her filters, on her emails there. I manage 6 different emails, I should say, which is a lot. So they kind of rotate on which one's getting bad, and depending on what you use your email for is going to kind of determine how bad it will get. But I have one that's just dedicated for signing up for junk at the store. We've all been to the store and they're like, what's your email? What's your phone number? And I have some defaults that I can give out that will not compromise my main emails, will not, if I get signed up for something spammy, that's okay. If they all of a sudden sell it to all their sister companies and now I'm getting 6 emails from it, that's okay. And so I have one that's kind of my junky one that I sign up for that. With my new Shopify store, I have been signing up for a lot of free courses and free help and information and newsletters, etc. And I may want to see that newsletter a couple of times and then I'll unsubscribe, but they're pretty adamant about sending you emails. And some of these online course people want to send you 3 emails a day. It's ridiculous. All right, the next tip that I have here is to register with the Do Not Call registration from the government. Yes, this helps, but is it an end-all be-all? No, it doesn't get out 100% of spammy phone calls, but being on the Do Not Call list at least helps get some of those calls down during the day if you are getting a lot of phone calls out there. My mom, I was surprised, was getting about 4 or 5 phone calls every day, trying to sell her all sorts of junk that she didn't need. And so I got her registered on the Do Not Call list, and that should cut down, hopefully at least by half. We'll see how it goes. Now this morning, thank you for joining me. And if you are joining me, go ahead and say hi in the chat. I'd love to see who's joining me. And if you're catching the replay, if you have extra tips and stuff, leave them down below. But I have 5 total that we're going to go through. And then I wanted to share with you some of the junk that I do receive that I ignore and I delete. But some of it was kind of funny. So I was like, you know what? Maybe other people are having this problem and they want to see the reality of all the junk that comes across my feed and how fast I've got to just delete it and get it out of my visual, out of my range, and out of my attention zone. All right, next is phone settings. Holy smokes. I can't tell you how many people I've been around, mostly family members these days and ages, that have all sorts of notifications going off on their phone. Their phone is literally like playing music full time. That would drive me crazy. My phone mostly stays on silent. I have settings for all my favorites that if my favorite people need to get a hold of me, it will ring through. And I have a do not disturb set up from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. And that was mainly stemming from working with East Coast wholesale companies that would like to call me at 4 a.m. I'm on the Pacific Coast, so 7 a.m. their time is 4 a.m. my time. And I would get calls between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. about, hey, did you get your order and this and that? And I'm going, oh my gosh, don't you guys even look at the zip code before you pick up the phone and call me? Because I am not good just waking up. I need a couple cups of coffee to even be functioning. Good morning, Karen at the beach. How are you doing today? I'm happy to see your name there. Okay, so do not disturb settings are really, really good to have. And I set mine up, like I said, 10 to 7. And then I also have pretty much limited notifications. In fact, now that I'm not using some sort of, there was a software that I was trying to use that wanted me to have Instagram settings, Instagram notifications set up. And now that I'm not using that software, I'm going to go in and take off my Instagram settings because it is way, way, way too spammy. Pretty much any little game that you start on your phone, the first thing they ask you is to do notifications. And the first thing I say is no, I do not want any notifications. All I want is notifications about my eBay sales, Poshmark sales, Mercari sales, Etsy sales, and Amazon sales. Pretty much sales. That's all I want to be notified of. Sales and customer questions so that I can be on top of responding to customers to keep my business in good standing and all that good jazz. So filter out all that other junk. And let me tell you, not having your phone ding, I go in and I check my Instagram and I can see all the notifications then, and that is fine. I don't need, there's nothing that anybody's going to message me on Facebook or Instagram that if they are family or friend, they know my phone number. They know how to contact me. So getting a message through there means it's not very important. It's like at your leisure, you can talk to me there. All right. We talked earlier about the Amazon settings for September 1st. And if you're maybe just once in a while seller, you may need to have your name on there and your address on there, etc. I didn't know this until a couple of weeks ago. If you have a Gmail account, you can get I don't know if it's called a G number, but a Google voice number for free. Holy smokes, I didn't know that. I was looking at my Shopify store and I'm like, I needed a phone number for something and I was fretting it. And my husband's like, you have 4 Gmails, you can get a free Gmail phone number. Did you know that? Totally mind blown there. So if you are fretting about having your phone number published, go ahead and create a free Gmail account, get a free Google phone number. Then my next fretting that I was doing was, well, I don't want people to call me. With a Shopify store, yes, I want my customers to be able to get a hold of me, but I know that if they called me directly, it would be in the middle of the kids screaming and fighting, or I'm in the middle of driving, or I'd be at like the grocery store and I'd have the mask and, everything like that. So I set it all to go straight to messaging. So if you call my Shopify store number, it will go straight to a voice message. That cuts down a lot on trolls, spammers, etc. Leave me a voice message, and if it's important, like, hey, when is my when's my order showing up? Here's my order number. Then I can get back right away and answer those. It comes through as an email. So the voice message will get typed out, and then they email you that you have a message. Maybe it doesn't get typed out. It comes to you, and then you can play that message. Something like that. You get an email, and then you can go ahead and check what that message is. And so far, I've had 2 come through, and both were spam. So it's good to set up. The last thing you need to do is answer a customer when it's not optimal time, and you're not, I like to have, I'd say my SHIT together, but I like to have my act together and be able to answer that customer on where their package is or what's going on with their order, etc., or how to do a return or whatever it needs to be done. And I know that I'm just not going to have that off the cusp of my head at any point in time. And then for the spammers and marketing type of phone calls, I just don't need to respond to them. That's as easy as that. Okay. The next and last tip before we get into some funny comments that I've received and emails is just to delete and ignore things. I had to come up with some, how am I going to respond to things as a YouTuber and Instagrammer or, you know, person out there on the internet and stuff. And I had to come up with some rules for myself. And the first one is, if you leave a non-constructive comment or a negative comment on any of my platforms, I just delete and ignore you. It's easy as that. I am not here to get into online debates. I could care less what your religion is. I could care less what your politics are. We all get to vote. I like sharing good information and facts out there, and I like a good healthy debate for sure. But if you get on there and you're like, Reseller Mom, your hair looks like, terrible, or, you're so stupid, you know what? Delete, ignore. And I find that if I don't delete and ignore, because that's what I was doing at the beginning, I'm like, well, all comments should be out there. I'm going to be open to everything. I found myself dwelling on the negatives a lot more than the positives. And honestly, my YouTube channel has been nothing but positive over the years. Good morning, Landshark Picker. Nice to see you in the chat again. So I don't, why sit here and dwell on the negatives? It's the same with my feedback for both eBay, for all my platforms. I every once in a while will get a negative feedback for whatever reason. A lot of times it's nothing to do with me. It's product, something to go on with the product. And you know what? I try to get the feedback removed if I can. And if not, then try to move on with my day. I have thousands of good comments, and I really don't want to get hung up on the one or two bad comments that do come across. Now, YouTube has been very good. I have not received many trolly type of comments, but anything that is kind of trolly just gets deleted. Same with Instagram or Facebook. If you're being an idiot over there, I just ignore you and move on. I really feel that trolls want to engage you and want to ruffle your feathers, and that's kind of their point of making comments and spending their time doing that. And I don't know how they have time to do that. Maybe it's just teenagers with nothing to do. But anyhow, delete, move on, delete, move on. Don't get stuck in those online debates, especially these days. I mean, it's an election year and it's going to get really, really rough out there, unfortunately. So trying to keep everything with a grain of salt. Now, where the heck did my pictures go? There we go. Let's add to stream. So let's see here. I was going through everything last night and I was thinking of this video that I wanted to do because it was fresh in my mind from helping my mother out. And then I'm like, you know what? I've had so much this week that could be applicable to this video. Maybe I should show some examples of the BS that happens to me on a weekly basis that I delete and cut out. So here is one to my email from PayPal. And it's telling me that my PayPal has been limited. So I get these a couple times a week, whether it's Amazon, eBay, PayPal, whatever. And it's phishing, just phishing. You do not want to click on this. Do not click on anything. Always go through the main account. So of course I log into PayPal. There's nothing going on over there, but I really didn't even need to, because if you look at the address, that should be your first giveaway. And a lot of these spammers don't take the time to even make an email address that looks halfway decent. This is from mailing@kingsfoilstudios.com. Now, for this one, I think it came through my Hotmail account, which is my old spammy folder. And so there is a report button, and I think I just reported and moved on with this. But I was making fun, and I showed my husband that they're not even trying. They're making such bad spam email there. So don't get stuck in that, because once your account gets compromised, and we've all been there, we've all clicked on something we shouldn't have at one point or another. It happens. As much as we say don't do it, it's kind of a pain in the butt to go through and then change all your passwords and get things straightened out. My mother, over the last couple of months, has managed to get hacked on her Amazon and have another account set up under a completely different name. She has locked out her eBay account, her PayPal account, and her QVC account. So I spent a lot of time on the phone getting all her accounts unlocked. So now let's go through Instagram. This is the BS I deal with on Instagram and whatnot. So here is the messages, and I'll read some of these out loud because they're just funny. I really didn't expect this to take so long to finish, but I finally finished it. You've got to love it. I used some of your pictures. What the heck are they talking about? I have no idea. They're right on top. 3 of your pictures and 4 hours of my time. LOL for Instagram. I have no idea what this is about. Some sort of spam. They're trying to clickbait me. I have zero tolerance for clickbait in real life and on the computer. Yesterday, we had somebody come and do a roofing quote for our house. We need a new roof. And so we know we're going to have to sit through the spiel. And I was a little perturbed with my husband because he didn't come out there the first half of the spiel. And I had to sit there and listen and pretend to be oohed and awed on this guy's roofing spiel. And then I made him come out and listen to the 5-step process of laying down their super uber roof. And this guy was like the worst salesperson ever. And he kept going on and on and on and on and on. And I think I wasted 2 hours of my time that I don't get back, but I need a new roof. So sometimes you have to suck it up. But okay, so this was obviously some sort of clickbait thing. I don't know. This is in a different language that automatically I'm not going to respond to you if it's not in a language I can understand. And I don't understand why the last part is in almost English. If you angry, tell me. Delete, ignore, block. This one says, hey, I got some great products to offer you for free against review. Would you like to grab some? Oh, that's enticing. That's enticing, some free products. Let me tell you here, if it's Amazon and you're doing free reviews of any sort, that is against Amazon's policy. And there are still companies out there that are going to try and get you to do reviews and do this and that. And it's important to understand what those policies are so that you don't accidentally do a review and get your account flagged for whatever reason. Because if this guy, let's say it is an Amazon review and some product, it's like toaster ovens or something, and you do some review for a whatever they're trying to entice you with, and it's linked to your Amazon account, you could get into some big trouble. Now, there are legit reviews and whatnot and legit things out there. If I receive a very detailed email with website links and the actual product, and it is a startup, let's say, it's Susie and she's making soaps and she wants to email YouTubers to test out their soap and give a review on their YouTube channel, that could be legit. And I might be willing to help another person out because I love this community and I love helping other people out. And that might be something I'd be willing to look at. But these things, I get these at least twice a week. Review my product, blah, blah, blah. Nope, moving on. I get this a lot. Just something that says hi. I'm completely surprised by the amount of men on Instagram and Facebook that are looking for a hookup of some sort. And I don't know what kind of hookup they are because I don't ever go through with this. If it's vulgar, I will block. If it's just regular, I delete. But my husband was a little taken back by how much women get targeted. And maybe it's a women thing. I don't know. Guys out there, you pipe up. Do you guys get these types of messages as well? I feel like as a woman, it's a woman thing, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's a men thing too. Are you guys getting hit up by ladies all the time that want to talk to you? So if you are a follower, a YouTuber, or, follow me on my channel or whatnot, and you want to ask me a legit question, do not send me this type of message. Telling me hi, I ain't going to respond. I'm sorry. It's never turned out well. Every once in a while, I have fallen for that trick, and it is followed by, hey, do you want to see some pictures or something not so nice? And I really don't have any time for it. The other flag for me is 0 followers, 1 post. So this guy is up to no good. So delete and block. Here we go. This is an interesting one. We are developing a mobile app to assist Amazon sellers. I believe you're also an Amazon seller. Oh, really? Where'd you get that idea from? Tell me if I am wrong. We'd like to have a short discussion with you, preferably through Skype or Zoom, to make sure that we are building satisfies your needs and solves your problems. Anyhow, if you read through this, most of it is kind of broken on the English. It says this is not a sales pitch. That's the first indication that this is exactly a sales pitch. Let me tell you. Anyhow, they want to offer a free subscription for my time. Now, I don't know about you, but I ain't got no time to review things, to do a survey. I really would like to be paid for my time to do a survey to help you out. I've got a lot of work myself, and I love helping the reseller community, but I ain't got no time to help all these other companies that want some sort of review and expectation and surveys. I ignore any survey. Walmart has been sending me surveys all the time these days, and it's like straight to trash. I am not going to survey you. You do not want to hear what I have to say because it will usually not be nice, and so you do not want to hear that one. Okay, let's see here. Good morning, Scott from Bearded Picker. YouTube is a distraction. It is. It is. The beard is its own animal magnetism. I'm not going to get into the beards because I do like men with beards. My husband has a beard. I am a beard person, but that doesn't mean that I am messaging people out there with beards. Good information. Thank you, PM Porter. Good morning. Barbara, good morning to you. Thank you for the direct, helpful information. Just move on. Yep. You got to say it to yourself all the time. Positive attitude. Yes, I am trying to have so much positive attitude because it's been rough. I got a counterfeit claim yesterday that I'm going to be dealing with right after this. And that's going to be a time suck. And I hate it, but I have confidence that I'll be fine with it and that I have everything I need for it. But yes, I'm trying to be positive. Deb's off the ventilator. Yesterday, I got time sucked into cleaning the garage. But all in all, life is pretty darn good. And I have to keep telling myself that. Okay, got a couple more here, I think, for you. Follow back later action block. No idea. Delete and move on. I don't know what they're trying to tell me. I keep seeing this HIO. Is this like is this an acronym that I don't know what the heck it is? I don't know. I've been seeing it a lot and I don't know if it's just like people being lazy and not typing hello or if I'm missing some sort of acronym that I don't know about. If you want Instagram followers in best price range, reply back to me. This is another red flag. Instagram does not allow you to have any sort of bots. They are very anti-bot. They do not want any bots on their platform. So you need to know the platforms. Everybody's kind of in an uproar because Poshmark allows you to have bots, and there are different softwares you can run for your Poshmark to share your closet, to like and build your closet up for Poshmark, and they allow that. So again, know your platform and know when you can get shut down by not following the rules. You got to know the rules. Don't get sucked into those other things. All right, here is another one. The English is so bad on this. It's just so difficult to read. But I get these a couple of times a week that our company have a trusted name in the international market. We have a 2,000 piece capacity to produce the one item in 1 month. I don't even know what they're doing. They're doing some sort of jackets, trousers, customized garments. I do customize garments. That's what my Shopify store is about. So again, delete, move on. Everything about this is wrong. So if you are trying to build a company like this, notate what people are doing wrong. Look at their name, MB Sports, no capitalization, very vague, not very professional. Have somebody that understands the English language a little bit better. Proofread your stuff if English is not your first language. I get it, and I applaud everybody who speaks another language. That is an amazing thing to do. But if you want to be a professional in America, have somebody, I know there is all sorts of Fiverr, it's probably like $5-10 on Fiverr to have them proofread your website, proofread your emails, proofread your newsletter, to just correct all that grammar to make it look legit. Because if you send things out in a lot of broken English, it's not going to look very good for your company. And it will get an automatic delete and move on. All right, this one. I think this guy just creates a new name every week and emails me or messages me. These were all on Instagram. Because I swear I have had this exact same copy and paste, probably 5 times in the last couple of months. Thank you, PM Porter. I think that I don't know what that is. For $4.99, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. Yeah. 2020 is the year of distraction. Holy smokes. Turn the news off too, people. Turn the news off. I listen only to like BBC, PBS, and turn the rest of the junk off. Okay. So this guy has copied and pasted so many times to me that it's an automatic delete. And I think he just changes the profile names. But it's this whole thing about you can make buku bucks on Amazon. All you need to do is create an Amazon account and a Walmart account. If you don't know the story behind this kind of spam here, oh, thank you, Beard Picker. It looked like a super chat, but I wasn't quite sure because it just doesn't look like that on the StreamYard. But thank you, PM Porter. That is very nice of you. Okay, so what they're trying to do is get you to create accounts because they're probably overseas and they want to sell on the American Amazon, and they probably have been suspended for whatever reason, and they're trying to get accounts. So that's my feelings on this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you really can make millions doing this. And maybe Prince Albert in Nigeria really is trapped in a prison cell and only you can help him by going to the bank and depositing this fake check. I don't know. Okay, we're going to move on. Oh, this one was funny. This just really made me laugh last night. I had to show my husband this. Do you have big boobs? Joking. I love your memes. Well, thank you very much. I'm not going to respond. Very close to the block, but I'll just delete this one. I am not answering that. My boob size is not any of your business because I am not interested in you. This is kind of funny because they do have a somewhat legit looking name. It's an investments LLC. I'm not sure, but if I were trying to help people out with investments, I may not want to be texting them about their boobs. I don't know. I just think that it should be a little bit more professional out there. Maybe I'm in the wrong business, but yeah, there we go. That one was kind of funny. Okay, here's another one that types the hello wrong several times. HELIO. So I'm not sure. Is that some sort of slang? Maybe I'm not up on the new age chat. But he has messaged me several times. Pretty ambitious here. Maybe it's the picture almost looks like a girl. Maybe it's a girl. Maybe I'm getting hit up by a girl. I don't know. That'd be fine. I could care less. It's going to go into my delete. But here's another way to not have me respond to you. Good morning, sweetheart. I'm here. It doesn't even say I, just am here. So broken English once again. Don't call me sweetheart. People who message me and say hello, sweetheart, honey, love, sexy, I have received them all. It will be an automatic delete. So, yeah, I get those quite a bit. I think that was it. Yep. That's all I had, but I thought I'd share with you guys. They're already deleted and I've moved on, but that is the world we live in. You are constantly getting hit up for all sorts of attention grabbing things, and you need to be able to filter them out really quick. No one asks about your boobs, Scott. Well, we will stay professional here. I am surprised that I would be thinking that they'd be asking you about your beard. Do you get beard hit-ups? I know every once in a while I've sent you a meme about beards, but that's because I think they're funny and I like bearded men. But anyhow, don't hit me up for any sort of weirdness on Instagram. If you are legitly having a question, you can, of course, message me there and I will do my best to help you out. But that's all I have for today. Now I've got to go put together, I guess, a POA on a counterfeit item. Let me see if I can bring up the name real quick because that was interesting. Let's see here. Yeah. Let me pop this into the thing so that you guys can see what company it was. I had back over here. There we go. This is what I received last night, and that's what I'm going to have to be working on today. So it was from LUSETA, Lucetta Beauty. and it was for some hair junk that I was selling. So what am I going to be doing with this? Today I am going to email them. So it does look like a legit email. That's the first thing I always look for in some sort of counterfeit claim. Is it legit, or is it just another third-party seller trying to get me off the listing? And I will try to get them to retract their thing and then put together a notice. I might even call Amazon to see what they're looking for on this one, because it does not say to submit a POA. It just says that if I feel that it is not correct, then I can email notice disputes at Amazon with supporting information. So I will get that put together, and that will be my morning. So fun times today. Yesterday was not fun times. Today was not fun times, but hopefully this weekend will be fun times. Scott Bearded Picker says, I get no hit ups. Ladies deal with incredible levels of stupidities. Yep. Your wife gets stupid requests every day. Yeah, it does seem, I mean, I feel like it's mainly targeted towards women, but I could be wrong. Maybe men get hit up too. I don't know. But there we go. That's what I'm doing today. I hope everybody else out there is having an amazing day and have some good things brought up, or, good things lined up for you to do. It's my daughter's birthday on Friday, so I'm excited about that. We are going to get a cake, and she's having one friend over for a sleepover. That's what our compromise with COVID has been. So that'll be fun for her, which I don't know. Sometimes they get crazy in the house, but it'll be good. It'll be all good. All right, guys, take care and have an amazing week.